I'm running a little behind today because I just got out of a meeting with Ryan, so I've got a cool update for you there. And we will get going. So let me know what kind of questions you guys have. Let's definitely get the questions rolling in fast. If you guys have those kinds of things, we can address those first, and then I will give you an update on Ryan's training, which is almost done. It's very, very close. So I think we're looking at probably Wednesday or Thursday. It'll be fully ready. And what I planned on doing today was just was showing you guys how we sell and position our sales consulting on the front end, because that's a key component of this, right? And so when we're positioning the sales consulting, it's twofold. It's meant to be an extra filter to find a great fit client who's a great fit for the ads, and it's also meant to put more money in your pocket on the front end so that you can get compensated for helping this business in this fantastic way. Because if they pick this stuff up and start implementing it, or when they do, I should say, it's an incredible game changer for them. I mean, they can double their closing rate overnight doing this stuff. So you coming in and saving the day and helping them do that is a very, very, very valuable thing for them to have. Yeah, so any questions about that stuff before we get going, guys? Any wins you want to share, updates? Let's check the group real quick. We'll do that. All right, Michael had a good question about scaling your budget down, and that one was pretty straightforward. I think, yeah, okay. I'm just checking my Slack to see if my team was talking about this in there, but I don't think they were. Yeah, if you're going to reduce your daily budget, it's pretty easy just to let it down like this. For some reason, it's a lot easier to lower your daily budget than it is to to do it without like breaking stuff, and the algorithm responds to it a lot better, if that makes sense. So it's pretty easy to do. Yeah, Ed, you had the right idea. I've done it a bunch without having anything bad happen to my campaign. So as far as I can tell, that's totally okay to do. I think that was kind of it. July 31st. Prospect tracking, that was a pretty straightforward question. Yeah, so I think that was it from the group. Okay, so let's do this, guys. Let's look at how we position the sales service, because Ryan's basically Ryan's got I think the outline is complete. I actually don't want to show it to you in case he changes it, but what he took about 20 hours worth of content and training and reduced it down to like a handful of hours. I want to say it's like 3 or 4. And then with my sales positioning stuff, and maybe we'll do like a live Q&A kickoff call or something like that. It might be 5 hours total. Okay, so he really wanted to make it digestible and actionable, so that you guys could go in and just start, like, learn it yourself, obviously, but then start implementing it straight away. Yeah, and I know you guys, a lot of you guys have been requesting this. You've been hungry for it and everything. Welcome, Shane. But he really did not want to just dump a bunch of stuff on you and have it not be actionable. That's kind of what he felt like it was going to be if we got it to you sooner. So I just asked him if he wanted to redo it. He said yeah. So Cool, cool. So let me show you guys kind of what's been happening over here. We're starting to figure out what price points work really well with this. Um, how can I show this to you? I guess Stripe is probably. So let me show you what kind of sales numbers we've been having real quick. I do want to make sure I'm not showing our clients' names and sensitive information to you. So let me just let's see. Okay, cool. So yesterday, today, yeah. Okay, cool. So they changed how this looks a little. But let me show you. Okay, so this is our Stripe account for our fitness agency, and so there's a couple things to note here. Okay, I just want to show you like the last 4 weeks. So last week we actually had a fantastic week of sales. Last week we actually broke a couple records. We had 2 clients sign in one day, and that's never happened before. We've had clients say yes, but we've never had 2 from that day sign up like right there on the spot on the call, and so that was awesome. Like these were 2 cold leads from Facebook ad traffic that applied to work with us. They booked a strategy session with Ryan. Ryan got on the phone with them, explained how the program works, did our consultative close script, and then they said, yeah, let's do it, right? So this is for our agency, Liam. So the way that we structure this is the first month is consulting, and what we mean by that is the first month, the fee that they're paying us, which is what we're charging $3,800 right now for our month 1 for our services, and what that gets them is the sales training, the sales consulting. But if they finish the sales consulting and they're crushing it, they're hungry, we just start the ads campaign for them. So what it does is 2 things. It gives us about a week. It gives us at least a week, but more like a month is kind of how we're framing it, to build the ads campaign in the background while they're digesting the sales stuff and implementing it in their business, right? What's cool about that is we're getting paid to install the same process over and over, and we do 1 kickoff call with them, 1 onboarding call, and then the rest of it is just video trainings. Okay, so we give them the script, we give them the videos that go along with it. Ryan's training videos just tell them everything they need to know so that they can start saying the right things and doing the right things at the right time. Most of our clients, it takes about a week to 2 weeks to start doing that, and they're immediately starting to get better results from sales. Okay, as soon as they can get it implemented, which takes about a week to 2 for most of our clients to get through a handful of hours of training, it's just the way it is. Then they ask some questions, and then they start doing it. Then they get super excited because they're like, oh my gosh, we're like doubling our closing rate. Well, once that's done, now we can effectively go in and turn the ads on, and just those things are like on steroids now, because now the client is armed with this the system for selling and efficiently closing people, right? So they sign up, they pay us the month 1 consulting fee of $3,800, and then we tell them that, okay, starting in month 2, we're going to run your ads, and that's our ongoing service fee. Okay, so you can still ask questions about sales, we can still help you with sales stuff, but the biggest thing that's going to happen there is that we're going to manage your ads for you and make sure that this lead generation pipeline is just full for you. So all you have to do is keep running the sales system that we teach you, and all you got to do is close memberships, right? And you do got to get a video to us. You do got to approve the ad copy, all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like that's our bread and butter, right? So we charge $3,800 up front and $1,000 to $1,200 a month per location for the ad spend, or for, excuse me, the ads management. Okay, so that's kind of a sweet spot we found, guys. I'm just giving you, we've tried all kinds of price points. We've tried 5,800 month one. We've tried 2,500. 2,500 was like a no-brainer. So Liam's asking, does the fee $3,800 stay the same for month two? No, it's $3,800 for month one, and then $1,200 a month for months 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And do you run? Ed's asking, and do you run the ads in month one? Well, it's kind of up to you, but if a client is really doing well with our sales system, we'll go ahead and start it. You know, I mean, if you guys think about it, it doesn't take 3 weeks to build an ads campaign, you know, or 4 weeks to do that. So, yeah, we don't have any problem starting it sooner. But what we want to do is make sure that the sales process is really, really dialed in for them before we start running the ads. That's the key. So I don't really care when we start running the ads. You know, it could be any time after they kick ass with the sales. It could start week 2, week 3. Most of our clients, it takes them about 3 weeks, you know, to really get the sales system down. And then we go, okay, well, you know, let's start approving the ads. And, you know, we've got everything built for your approval. We've been working on it in the background. So let's get that part figured out together, and then we'll get everything approved, and we'll start running your ads for you too. So, because guys, once they start, after the first month, once they start running the sales system, they just have like questions here and there. It's not like hard for them to read the script after that. You know, it's the same script over and over. So yeah, and Liam says, and you dropped from 1,500 to 1,200. Yeah, the reason why we did that, Liam, is because we're getting a lot more up front. You know, so our annual member value is still like 15 grand, but we're getting it up front, and these guys are a lot easier. Calls from people going like, these ads, the leads are shitty, you know. It's more like, we had a record-breaking sales week and we want to do it again, you know. So that's why we did that, because we're getting our money up front, and these guys are way easier to service. Like, I can't tell you how much better they are. Yep, and Thomas is asking, 1,200 is for the management only. That's correct. There's no ad spend included in that, Thomas. And Ed, $500 for ad spend. We always start there to see how it goes. We always start with $500 for the ad spend. And then if they want more leads, we dial it up. And if it requires less, we go down. It doesn't really, I mean, we don't really care as long as we're getting paid for our expertise and our service, right? Yeah, so Liam says, makes good sense. So, so yeah, guys, really, really fun to be like closing these. And then we closed, so those are 2, 3, and then 4. And this guy actually, that all he had was 3,000 on his credit card. So as soon as he pays that credit card down, he's gonna pay the rest. So we got 3,800 times 2, 3, and then this guy will pay us another $800 as soon as, it's like he's going to pay it next week or something. We also got a payment on a different, for some reason this guy could not pay through our normal Stripe account. I don't know why, but we used a backup one, so we also had an additional sale. And so there was 3, 4, we got 5 sales in 5 business days. 5 new clients in 5 business days, which was an incredible week for us. We've never done that before. So that's why we kind of feel like we've hit the sweet spot, and we're really, really excited about this. Super excited. So that's what we're doing now, guys, is and you know, the reason why we went, because like just charging $1,500 up front, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But what we found is that, again, I'm just trying to find great clients to work with. I don't I don't necessarily care about the $1,500 a month. I care a lot more, at least. I care a lot more about two things: how much value are we delivering to our client for that investment, and how good of a fit is that client for us. That's the key. And the biggest thing that we've seen is that these clients not only are making a bigger impact in their business for $3,800 plus $1,200 a month, but these guys are a much better fit for our business. They're growth minded. They are, these guys are doing everything that we ask of them and not giving us a ton of trouble about it, because they're on board with this. They know that it's going to take marketing and sales to get this thing done long term, right? So we're looking for better long-term clients. It takes way less time to fulfill these kinds of clients as well. So we are paying for Facebook ads to get them to us, but when they apply, we can see that they're much better qualified for this sort of thing. And then when we go to sell it to them, we're like, well, look, you're going to make this back in the first handful of weeks, by going in and selling your current opportunities better. You can double your effectiveness, and in addition to that, you can you're now really well positioned to do paid traffic. I mean, if you guys think about it, every bad client you've probably ever had is, number one, difficult to work with. Number two, is bad at sales. I don't care what they tell you, but if they're saying that your leads are garbage, they're probably bad at sales. Like, I'm just telling you right now. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah, so Ed says, congrats on the new clients, and thanks for sharing. You got it, man. That's why we're here. My pleasure. So looks like Sabir just joined. So does anybody want to raise their hand and be unmuted to ask a question about any of this stuff or about anything else? I feel like I'm talking a lot today, and as you know, I want to make sure that there's space and time for you guys to get on the horn with me. I just want to make sure I'm answering you guys' questions here as well. Some of these are just real quick little answers, Q&As, so I'll just type it back to you. All right. Okay. So Ed says, Rob, did you say you were going to take us through marketing this to gyms in September? Yep, I did. So so basically in September, so in August we're going to talk about the sales consulting and packaging, right? In September, what I'm going to do is, like, we're still testing the last variable for this is testing our inbound funnel. So we're running Facebook ads to an application funnel, and that thing has been really hard to figure out. I'm not going to lie. It's taken us months, like probably 6 months. But we've got, like, pretty much got it dialed now. There's just a few variables that I'm not quite ready to share with you guys yet. And to be honest, just like our advice to our clients, you guys are not ready yet to do paid traffic until your sales stuff is dialed, right? So Ryan's training is actually going to be great for you, because it'll teach you things about your sales process as well that you can use to book more clients for yourself. you can use it for any kind of sales process. It's not just for your clients. So, um, so we'll teach you how all that goes, and how our methodology for selling is the same one that we prescribe to our clients. There's a few little steps that are different, but it's not super different. And then when you get to the point to where you guys feel like you have your head wrapped around that, I think August is a great length of time to just really get all the bases covered there. In September, I'll show you guys our funnel, and we'll have all the kinks worked out then. I'll basically be able to tell you what works and what doesn't by then. We're close. It's just there's a couple more tests that we need to run to really get clear, true data, true answers on a few things. So I'm going to show you everything in September. The funnel, the application, the click funnel share link. I'm going to give that to you guys. It's going to be really exciting. I can't wait to see some of you guys get out there and do it. So yes, the answer is yes. And I'm going to show you guys how to actually make it different enough too, because like if you make it the exact same as ours, it's not going to help you. People are just going to be like, oh, we're already seeing this stuff, right? But if you plug in your content, your unique value proposition, your case studies, all that stuff, it'll be different enough to where you get to have your own little niche carved out in the marketplace. So like, for example, when Ed has his 9 clients with all of his 9 CrossFit case studies and he's marketing to CrossFit gyms, he's going to appear different than our agency in the marketplace. Even though we might be, providing very similar services and all that good stuff. He will attract CrossFit gyms that, are more attracted to his stuff, and I will attract people who look for things that we have that are unique. So, and you guys might be like, well, what the heck are those things? Well, a lot of the times your case studies are going to do that for you. So if your case studies are resonating with a certain type of person, our case studies will never be the same as yours. So that's thing number one. Number two, when you write your copy, it'll be your unique spin on it, right? And how you can help them. So, that the mechanics of this stuff are the same doesn't mean that there aren't enough gyms out there to help for all of us. So even if every single one of you went out to help gyms and used my funnel for that, it would be fine. There's nothing wrong with doing that. So Ed says, I'm promoting a webinar on Facebook to CrossFit gym owners that takes place on Thursday. We'll keep you posted. Awesome, Ed. Yeah, let me know how that works out for you. I will tell you this, gym owners seem to be time poor. Like everything that we've done that's been shorter has way outperformed the other ones, like the longer format ones, like an hour-long webinar or something. Having said that, the people who come through that do get through that long-form content have been some of our best clients ever. It's just that the volume of them has been a lot lower. So, and you'll probably attract some very, very high-quality applicants from that, but I wouldn't expect the volume to be super high. And that's okay. It's totally okay. But just be aware of that, right? Cool, guys. What else? Yep. Yeah. So the way that I look at it is I like having that filtration process down, because you don't want to talk with like 10 crappy applicants each day for your services. Or let me rephrase that. Doing that is not sustainable for any of us. It's okay to do that at the beginning if you're learning about your market and you're sharpening your sales skills and you're figuring out what you don't want in a client. It's totally okay to do that. In fact, I would recommend that most people do that. Do as many sales calls as you possibly can. I don't care if they're the shittiest of leads or, golden ring leads. Like, just do volume, right? And then once you start to figure it out, you're going to start to hear the same things over and over and over again. Then you go, okay, now it's about maximizing my time, because I know that when I get on the phone with a good prospect, I know exactly what to say to them, and I know exactly what I'm looking for out of this too. So that's when you go, okay, I'm all right with the quality over the quantity thing, because I'd rather just spend 2 hours closing 2 great clients per day than sifting through 10 hours worth of, crappy ones and having it drain all my energy. Long term, that really begins to suck. So, um, so that's the strategy there, right? Is to get the volume that you need at first. And Ed, you may have gone through enough of these conversations by now to have start to feel really comfortable with that. And if you're there, then the webinar is going to give you really good, high quality leads, and you should be okay with that as long as you're profiting. So. Yeah, so Ed says, I also recommend doing the volume of sales calls. Now I know the exact type of gym owner I want. Perfect. Yeah. So you guys are going to figure that out, and that's kind of the only way you're going to do it, is just to hustle at the beginning and then optimize it from there. I mean, there's all these guys out there who are teaching Facebook ads for local businesses, and they're just like, oh, they're so easy to find. Like, I just, if they don't want to just sign up right away, then I just say screw off, And that is the worst attitude I've ever heard about sales in a marketplace. It seeds the wrong kind of thinking to me, We get on the phone with people who are a bad fit. It happens, but we're super aware of it, right? Just building the self-awareness about who is a good fit and who isn't allows you to say, well, I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna waste my time with tire kickers. That's kind of the wrong attitude. The attitude is more how can I learn the most about my marketplace so that I become an expert, right? So that when I do get on the phone with somebody, I know very quickly whether it's a good fit or not. That's the proper attitude, right? So the faster you can get to that, if you can ask somebody one question at the beginning of the call or in an application or something, and you know that there's a 99% chance if they're a good fit or not based on that one question, that's when you really know the marketplace, right? Here's why. The people who teach that other way, who say, oh, well, yeah, I don't work with broke-ass business owners. If you're broke, don't come to me. Guys, some of our best clients have come to us with a few $100 in their bank account. Like Ray Regno, he was like that. Two of our other CrossFit clients were like that. And these guys hustled their butt off. They worked their butt off for a quarter, and they totally turned everything around. And now they're some of our best case studies, and they're we have a great relationship with them. So in our application, for example, we have a question that says, what does it say? Do you have the financial resources to invest in the growth of your business? Something like that. And a lot of people who answer no to that but write a fantastic answer in the open-ended questions box. You say okay, well, why do you want help with something like this? What does it mean to you to get help, with growing your memberships for your business in this way? The people who answer that they're broke and give us a one-word answer are a bad applicant every single time. The people who answer that they're broke and they write a novel in that open box have been some of the best clients we've ever had. Right? And so now we know that. We would not have known that if we would have just said, oh, well, I'm just writing everybody off who says they're broke as broke-ass bitches and see you later, right? I mean, that's what most marketers do. They do that. I'm not going to lie. And there's people out there teaching that, and I'm just you guys are, number one, that's wrong. Number two, I don't know how you respect yourself in the morning treating people that way. I mean, I've been broker than broke before in my life. Maybe that's part of it, but to say that somebody doesn't have what it takes, I mean, you just don't know that yet. So it's making a huge assumption. It's a mindset thing, guys. That's what it is. I'm getting to the bottom of it, I swear. But it's a mindset thing, and it's something that you guys should work on to improve your mindset and learn about your marketplace, which is to go deeper, figure out what these people, what the actual linchpins are in this stuff, So I just gave you guys a really good nugget, but a lot of times if they say, hey, financial times are hard, I'm not sure if I can invest, they'll figure out a way to go and get the money, and the pain point will be so strong and so high that they'll be so super motivated to go make your program work because they literally view it as like their last chance or their last straw, right? Or the thought of like, you know, going back to zero again is so, it's such a like a scary thing or a negative thing in their life that they do whatever it takes to make it happen. I mean, those are like phenomenal dream clients. They're, you know, they're not going to make excuses. They'll listen to everything you say, expertise-wise. You know, when they come to you for expertise, they'll make it happen. They'll be your best. They'll like cry your names from the rooftops if you can help them succeed. You know. So guys, I love clients like that. And if you have the wrong mindset or the wrong attitude going into sales calls or looking at applications, you could be missing out on people like that, you know? So that's what this does. So if you guys can, you know, work on your mindset enough to where you are able to find out what your market wants and needs at that deep of a level, right? At that deep of a level, you're going to have a massive advantage in the marketplace because you're going to literally just be like uncovering golden client after golden client after golden client, right? So do you guys see how this works? That's kind of where we're at now. I mean, it's taken us a while to figure this out, guys. I'm not saying that doing this is easy. That's why most people don't do it, is because it requires more effort. As you know, most people don't like doing required effort. But this is what makes you like above and beyond, you know, in your marketplace. So start getting this kind of momentum and getting this type of Jedi mind trickishness with what kinds of clients you want to work with. Oh man, it's like an unfair advantage. Awesome, yeah. Thanks for that, Ed. Ed says awesome stuff. So this is like, and guys, I know I haven't been talking about mindset a ton because, to be honest, my mindset has been, I don't want to use the word suffering. It's just been going through a lot of changes the past couple months because, you know, my business is at a growth pace that requires me to sort of break my old beliefs down, which is an interesting process. But again, I don't want to share that kind of stuff with you guys until I figured out what to actually do about it in a positive way. So in another couple months, I'll share with you sort of what I did and how I did all that stuff. But also, you know, bringing a baby home has just been like, everything has been thrown off. Like, there's no balance in my life at all. Like, I'm exhausted today because my not only was the baby up all night, but our oldest son was up all night. He wasn't feeling too hot. So I am operating on 2-3 hours of sleep. And so, you know, all that to say that the mindset thing is something you got to constantly be self-aware of. I'm very self-aware that if I start talking about things that I haven't figured out yet myself, you guys are going to suffer from that. It's going to be bad advice. So, but the sales stuff, that we've been working on this for 6 months, you know, and now we're getting it down to where it's like we know what they're going to say and do before they even do. Like, that's how deep we've gone with this, right? So that's what I just described to you, this whole mindset thing about the sales process and knowing your market this well. That I can give you with 100% confidence and clarity that this is the right way to do it. It's the right way to think about it, all that good stuff. Yeah, Liam says it's called having a baby. Indeed. And Shane says, read you loud and clear, Rob. Cool beans. All right, Thomas has a question. If you encounter biz owners with luck of funds at first, oh, I think he meant lack of funds at first, would you still offer consulting first or go with ads to bring some revenue for them fast? Thomas, I would always do the sales consulting first because that actually is the fastest path to cash. With zero ad spend, they can go and use the sales strategy to their database of prospects, their database of current customers even, current members, And in addition to that, if they're getting any walk-ins whatsoever or any telephone inquiries whatsoever, they can immediately use it for that. So that is the fastest path to cash. Right. Does that answer your question, Thomas? Yep. Yeah, Liam says it's all mindset as far as I can tell. It really is. Guys, it's some days I wake up and I'm like, this is seriously alchemy. You know, do you guys there's a good book you should go read called The Alchemist. But it's like turning nothing into something, basically. um, a seemingly magical process of transformation, creation, or combination. Meaning, we're turning a service, like a client does not have this information or this skill set. We come into the picture, they pay us money to literally transform them from not having a process for doing any of this to turning it on almost overnight. I mean, like to do this in a month is like almost overnight to a business owner. So it's like taking something out of thin air and turning it into something tangible for these business owners. It's incredible, right? Check out this book, guys. It's a great book. It's by this guy, Paulo Coelho, who's a pretty renowned author now, and but he's a Brazilian author, and it's like it's a good business lesson book, but it's more about like mindset than business tactics. In fact, there's no business tactics in it. But you guys should pick this up. It's a good little read. You can download it on almost anything. You could probably find copies of it down at like Goodwill or the bookstore or whatever. I mean, yeah, it's like $3 or $4 to get it in paperback. But it's a really, really cool book. It's basically like, it's fiction, but it's got good mindset and business lessons. Really interesting stuff. And that'll get you on that it's a really quick, easy read too. It's a very, very, it's a quick read, but it'll get you guys thinking about the correct mindset stuff very, very quickly. Yeah, so Shane says, I cannot wait to start selling the sales process. Super jazzed. Yeah, I can't wait to get it into you guys' hands. You're going to have everything too, guys. You're going to have the scripts, the templates, the printouts that we give to our, like the art files that we give to our clients to go get the 10-day passes printed out. In fact, let me show you guys one of those. Yeah, I'm going to do this over here so that, oops, so I don't blow up our group, but one sec. Where is this? No. Okay, so let me give you an example of this. You know what? Dang, I don't know if he wants this out there. You know, we'll go over this on Thursday when Ryan's got all this ready, because we've got templates that we can show you. But guys, we're going to give you the art files for what they get printed up to make the 10-day free pass feel and look like basically like a gift certificate is what it is. And we've got several versions of the art files in there so that you can just go in and either give them to your clients to redo the art, and then they just go to whatever printer they like. You know, VistaPrint is super cheap and fast. To print these things out. That's part of the sales process is when the prospects come in, they give this thing to them so that the people are like, oh my gosh, I have my tangible thing. It's like worth something. It's worth money, right? So again, alchemy, like the person walks in thinking that, you know, they're getting something for free, but they don't really create some sort of tangible value until we assign it to them. And once they have it and they say, oh, this thing's worth $115, it's got $115 value. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this. Yeah, I'm gonna come in. Yeah, I'm gonna sign up. Right? It's very easy to go down that path when you line these steps up for the client. So What's cool, guys, is this can work for anything too. Like if you have clients who are dentists or whatever, and they make an offer, these steps will help with the follow through and the close rate tremendously. Because let's just say it's like Invisalign. Well, if the prospect for Invisalign sees an ad and says $200 off Invisalign, I'm just making this up, by the way, then it opts in and gets a confirmation email that says, great, your $200 coupon off for Invisalign expires in 10 days, right? You guys see what I did just there? Expires in 10 days. Come on in to the office to pick up your tangible thing, your $200 off voucher. Let us know what's better tomorrow after work tonight, right? Man, do you think they're going to be more excited to come down and get that actual tangible? It's like you're handing them a gift certificate. It's like funny money, right? They're going to be like, oh crap, this really isn't a ploy. There's like a few of these left and they expire. Oh my gosh, I better go down and check it out to get it, right? It's the same process. So then they go down, the person gives them the information about Invisalign, all the good stuff. They go, okay, great. So here's your information. Here's your $200 off voucher for Invisalign. Take your time and think about it. We'll give you a full 10 days to use it. There's no pressure whatsoever. By the way, we do have incentives for people who decide that they want to get started with their Invisalign. Would you like to hear about what those incentives are? Boom, it's the same shit. Like some people will be like, no, I'm good. I want to go home and do more research. They say, hey, no problem. We're here to answer any questions you have. We loved having you here. My name's, Julie, and I'm here at the front desk every day, and I'm here to answer all your questions. And even if you'd like to sit down with a doctor, we can make an appointment to have you come in and sit down with a doctor, and he can fill you in on this stuff. Does that sound like something you might be interested in doing? Oh, yeah, well, I would love to just get all the information before I make a buying decision. Well, that's fantastic. Let's put that on the books right now. You guys see the difference between that and just having somebody pick up the phone and go like, oh yeah, you're calling about the Facebook thing? I don't know, hang on. Guys, when did we do the Facebook offer? Oh yeah, I don't know anything about that, I'm new. Hang on. Well, when do you want to come in? Well, were you ready to do it now? Okay, so I'm not sure, the doctor's really busy, but we should probably make an appointment. Do you work? Like, you know what I mean? I mean, it's night and day different, guys. So if the person doesn't feel like this is a legit thing and that the prospect doesn't feel like they have their stuff together, meaning the dentist's office or whoever they took the offer up for, they're out of there like faster than you can say hotcakes, right? So this solves that, guys, and it's a massive, 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 massive advantage. It can literally change your client's entire business overnight. A lot of these clients are running on such small operating margins that the difference between doubling their closing rate is the difference between staying open and being profitable or running real close to break even or closing the doors, So yeah, get excited about it, guys. This is going to be something you guys can sell for a very, very, very long time to your clients and help a lot of small business owners. Like, especially if your clients are the good guys. If you're like, dang, this is such a good business owner, I really like them, they're such good people, right? They really are good at what they do, they just aren't good at this thing. And so are you. You're going to get out of bed every morning and go like, I have a new purpose in life. I got to go help all these other good business owners who just don't have this part dialed, right? And I would say it's the vast majority of the market out there, guys, for almost every industry. And you come in and swoop in, and you're like a superhero to them. You help them with the two biggest problems that they have most of the time. If their product or service delivery stinks, you probably can't help them with that. So again, if you got to make sure that they know what they're doing and they have good reputation for helping people and all that good stuff. But there's like a ton of those out there. There's so many of those out there that do not have the sales and marketing process down. Oh, I worked with some great clients who did not have any idea how to do these two things, but they were incredible service providers. And they would just call me up and go, Rob, I'm sorry, man, I can't this just isn't, the math isn't working out. I can't do it. I can't keep doing it. I love you. I think you're a good guy. I'm happy to refer you to other folks like my friends who have businesses like this. Guys, that happens so many times over my career, you know. Or they're like, I gotta sell the business. I can't figure out how to keep it profitable, you know. It's like, well, dude, you're one of the best shops in town. I know. We just can't make it work. I don't know what to tell you. Oh man, I've heard that a lot. Liam says, Rob, this is the gold. Thank you so much. Totally stoked for this. Yeah, man. Well, guys, we will all really have to thank Ryan, because when he gets on and starts teaching this stuff, it's going to be like, I was blown away when I saw this. That's why I partnered with Ryan on this, guys. I was just like, dude, you can't just help one business with this. Like, you got to get out there and help. There's so many businesses out there that need this. And he was just kind of like, really? I'm like, yeah, dude, come over here. Let me show you my client roster for the past 6 years. You know, and I just started going through the list. And I'm like, could have helped that guy, could have helped that guy, could have helped that guy, could have helped that guy. And he just was like, wow, mind blown. I didn't even know there was that many people to help. So we'll have to thank him profusely. You'll get plenty of opportunities. I think what we'll do is have him get on probably next Monday's call, maybe Thursdays. I don't know. I'll see what his schedule is like. If he can do Thursday, he'll review the training with you guys on the call and then answer any questions you have, right? And then we'll just spend the next month showing you how to position, sell, and fulfill on this with your clients, right? The rest of the month, rest of August. Cool beans? I'm fired up for it, guys. Guys and girls. Lisa just joined. Got to include her. Cool. What other questions you guys have? We got about 10 more minutes allotted. Let's see here. What do we got? Let's see. Anything else? Ed says, this is awesome. I'm fired up too. I know you are, Ed. You're going to be able to go in there and just crush it with your 9 clients, man. Yeah, Liam, we'll give you as much notice as we can, for sure. So we'll let you guys know as soon as we have the date set and everything. We're going to let you know. We'll put it in the group and all that good stuff. All right, Shane's got his hand raised. I'll unmute you now, Shane. What's going on, Shane? Oh, wait, I muted you. No, I didn't. Shane, maybe try your microphone. See if you can fix that real quick. Or let me know if you... Oh, it looks like you're self-muted. That's the issue. So unmute yourself by clicking the little microphone thing. Yeah, so Liam, I think what's going to happen is in the next couple days, I want to say by like Wednesday, Ryan will have the videos ready, and I'll shoot a quick little teaser video and post it in the group so you'll have a heads up that it's ready. And then like on Thursday, Ryan and I will both be on the call, and we'll open it up and answer any questions that you guys might have about, you know, what's in there after we sort of give you a walkthrough, and then we'll send you guys access right after that call. Oh, Shane says he accidentally hit the hand. That's okay, man. No worries. All good, all good. Getting a haircut, good. Yeah. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome, you're welcome. This is going to be a fun one. I can't wait. If you guys have any friends that, you know, any agency-type friends who you think could benefit from this, let them know, guys, because the other thing that we're working on, my whole team is working on building an inbound funnel to start selling more spots to the Inner Circle program. So our goal is to get about 250 members in here. We've got about 50 right now. We think we can handle that with our team's capacity based on how much help you guys have asked for, et cetera. And we want to keep bringing you guys good stuff. So that'll really help us just ramp that part of it up and keep, month after month of really, really good content, really, really good training, really, really good systems that you guys can use to go plug into your businesses. So if you have any friends that you think might benefit from this stuff, let me know. We'll get them in here because like once I open it up to the public, I have to keep the pricing congruent and all that. Yeah, Lisa. Yeah, you missed most of it, but we were just talking about the sales training from Ryan. So we think on Thursday it'll be ready, but I'm going to let you guys know. Let's see. Thomas M says, I've been in the lead generation business on and off, quote unquote, for 20 years, and the only clients who had good sales skills were mortgage and insurance brokers. I'm really looking forward to putting my hands on your sales training system. Awesome. Yeah. So you guys got in at the perfect time because, when I open this up to the public, it'll be like $397 or more. I mean, some of these people who approach me want like all of my courses and everything, and like consulting help and stuff, and I'm like, whoa. So I know a lot of you got grandfathered in. Some of you have been with me from the very start. That's awesome. With founders rate pricing, I think there's a handful of you guys that have come in at the $397 rate, maybe, but for sure, after we open this up to the public, it's going to stay at $397 because it's just going to be packed with value, like insanely packed. It's going to be really, really hard to beat the resourcefulness of this program. And just to quickly announce, I know some of you have heard this already, but some of you haven't. So we're going to start sending you guys physical stuff in the mail each month. So it's not going to cost you anything more to do that. We're just going to do it so that, again, I want you guys to implement this stuff and help people with it and help yourselves, so I want to do that so that that's just one more way for you to have this resource. So you can study at home or when you're on the go or when you don't have an internet connection, or if you want to build a little library, which is the way that I do it with all the premium content that I get. I try to get it in physical form so I have it just like whenever I need it on the shelf. So yeah, Lisa's been here from the beginning. You guys are gladiators. I love it. So we'll put this stuff into a nice print folder for you and start mailing it out each month. So not only are you going to get the benefit of being grandfathered in, but you're also going to start receiving more each month. So stoked to be able to deliver that to you. As soon as I can catch some sleep, I'm almost done editing some of these things, but editing, oh man, it's a doozy. So I'm hoping to have some of that action happening by September. So stick around, guys. It's going to be a fun ride. We'll get some fresh blood in here. Probably sometime by the end of August, we'll get some more agency folks in here, which is only going to help everybody in the community get better. Add more value. You guys have been awesome so far as a community, helping each other out, sharing stuff. So that in itself is a resource. Okay, guys, any last questions? We've got a handful of minutes left here. Sabir, if you have any questions, I didn't see anything from you, but if you want to jump in and ask, you're welcome to. Otherwise, Brandon and I will finish these video trainings up so that we're all ready for Thursday. Lisa says agencies seem to be the hot thing now, almost taking the place of coaching. Yeah, like, gosh. It's interesting to me. I think, so done for you is much easier to sell than coaching. That's kind of one reason why they're hot, Lisa. Like a lot of people who are not good at selling can sell done for you services a lot better than coaching. Coaching is kind of intangible, right? Usually done for you services, you receive something tangible, and it's just kind of handed to you. Yeah, no problem, Sabir. Anytime. So anytime you have a question, you can ask in the Facebook group or here on the calls. You're welcome to ask anything you want. Yeah, Liam says you rock, Rob. No, go get some sleep, dude. I will be doing that. I can promise you that. I drank a huge coffee this morning and I'm already sleepy, so I'm gonna go catch some sleep. Oh yeah, Lisa says she's seen her MLM friends now are agencies. It's awesome. Well, it's getting easier to fulfill work like this, so um, Thomas asks, have you ever generated mortgage lease using Facebook ads? No, but that's a tougher niche, Thomas, for sure. I've never done it, but I have a friend who's really good at it, and it's a tough nut to crack. It's very competitive. Yeah, you're welcome, Shane. My pleasure. All right, guys, I'm going to get running. Thomas, if you want to be introduced to my friend who does that, I'm happy to. Just shoot me a private message and remind me, and I will introduce. You're welcome, Ed. Okay, guys, the replay will be posted in the Facebook group as soon as we can. Any questions between now and Thursday, hit the Facebook group. I appreciate you all for being on the call. Yeah, no problem, Thomas. I got you, man. And we'll talk soon. Have a good one, guys. Take care.